Hey everybody, so we decided to bring you some of our favorite Henry moments.
I mean, it's his birthday.
Yep.
And we have our top 7 Henry moments.
We want to give you a couple of the runners-up though,
Yeah.
the honorable mentions.
Our list was too long to include, but we felt like we needed to include them all anyway. So, I mean, here are some things that didn't make the cut.
Here's some of the better ones.
I mean, there was a time that Henry threw all of Eddie's clothes outside in retaliation.
In retaliation for a prank, he took all of the clothes and spread them around.
I mean, there was that time he slept all day when your girlfriend was here.
That's true. That's true.
Huge cock block.
Yeah, that was fun. Joe's handwriting is terrible.
Yeah, we're trying to read
What
my
did
list
that
here.
even say?
Well, that says fucking Wachovia.
Okay, oh, you're the one that's crossed out. Okay.
Well, yeah.
All right. So Henry had some issues with the bank, and they were mostly his fault, but he would run around freshman year cursing out Wachovia. It was a lot of fun.
You know what? I think it's time for the list.
All right, let's get to the good stuff.
We painted a picture of Henry Zhang. It's time to fill in the colors.
This man is oblivious. Sometimes, at his best, he can be very arrogant, but he's also very lovable.
Top 7 Henry moments.
Top 7.
Number
Let's go.
7. Let's go to freshman year.
Let's go back. Take a journey through time.
Yeah.
Henry and Eddie were like climbing trees, doing something. I guess
In the middle of the
he
night.
had this phase where climbing trees was a cool thing to do. I had that phase when I was in 3rd grade, but to each his own.
Yeah. And so he's climbing this tree, and he looks off into the distance, and he sees a body. It just somewhere.
It looks like just a human form, and obviously Henry's trying to help out. He sees somebody he thinks is in distress. So what does he do?
In classic Henry fashion, just screams, "Is that a dead body?" What?
2 heads popped up, and there's other activities going on.
Yeah, that girl was giving a guy head.
Giving a guy a head.
And
I just used the word head, so I didn't want to use it again.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. It's fine.
I kind of
Keep
missed that
going.
one. All right, well, classic Henry.
The radio people have missed us, obviously. Anybody listening
Yes.
to this, you missed us a lot.
All right, number 6.
Number 6 is Valentine's Day. Joe and I were roommates. I forget what Henry poked his head in. It was late at night on Valentine's Day, sophomore year, and he goes, "How did this happen?" He's like, "The girl who I was hooking up with is texting me. She's upset because I told her I broke it off or something."
Yeah.
You remember? I forget how he worded it.
Basically, it was just like, this girl's upset at me because basically I ended our hookup.
Oh yeah, he was like, "Do I deserve this?" And we're like, "Yes."
I mean, you broke up with the girl on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's the way to do it though.
But
that man knows what he's doing, I guess.
do we expect anything less?
No.
Number 5.
Back to freshman year, right? Am I reading that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to freshman year.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this one.
Henry decides that he's going to. He's texting an ex?
Yeah, he's
Or
texting
something.
an ex, and
I don't even think he was drunk. I think
no,
this was sober.
he was drunk.
He was drunk.
He was
Okay.
drunk. I was there. Marion Lounge. Who could forget? I'm just sitting, minding my own business. It's late at night. Henry comes in, and he's angry, and he just throws his phone against the side of the
Spikes it
throws it
on
across
the
the
ground.
room. It's like, "I'm tired of this phone giving me bad news." I'm like, "Henry, what's wrong?" He's like, I'm tired of this phone giving me bad news." And we have a brief conversation, and Henry just leaves.
He takes the pieces of the phone and leaves.
Walks outside. About 2 or 3 minutes later, he comes back in. I'm like, "Henry, where'd you go?" He's like, "I just threw my phone on the roof." I'm like, "Henry, why'd you throw your phone on the roof?" "Because the river was too far away."
What more need you say?
I guess that makes sense.
The man knew what he was doing. This one's my favorite one.
It's a good one.
Is Henry went to go get some Pleasant Ridge, also sophomore year. Sophomore year was a great year for Henry. I think most of the rest of these memories are sophomore year, except for one.
Yeah.
And he drives to Pleasant Ridge, and he decides that what did he squeeze into a spot, or did he just not know how to back up?
I mean,
Nobody knows but Henry. Nobody knows what happened that night.
Henry isn't the
But-
best driver.
He comes back and he tells us, we're all just sitting around, that he backed into somebody's car and then drove away. Considerable damage was done to this car.
He hit and run at Pleasant Ridge.
At Pleasant Ridge. And then he goes to class the next day.
But by the way, he doesn't go to class the next day.
He didn't go to class.
No, he's in shock. He thinks
yeah,
the
he's
law
hiding.
He thinks the law's gonna come
I
after him.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
It's very true.
The law's gonna come after him.
They bust in the door like a SWAT team through the window.
And the next morning in his class, it turns out that he knows the girl.
There's a girl who we overhear saying, "Well, yeah, somebody hit and run my car yesterday at Pleasant Ridge."
Yeah, and the word gets back to Henry that it's actually one of his good friends who the car he's hit, and it's like, "Oh, it's And
Apparently, he was just fine.
yeah, it was just
He like
fine.
came clean.
Henry tells her, and she's like, "Oh, Henry, thanks so much for telling me." Blah blah blah. And we're like, "Wow, Henry could have gone to jail."
Yeah,
instead
he
this
totally
happened."
could have gone to jail.
But
It's like it never happened.
oh,
Alright.
and then there was also the time he backed into a snowbank.
He drove into the snowbank.
He drove
didn't
in-
back into it.
I
It
thought
was
he backed
front.
into it.
It was front. He was apparently just cruising, and like I don't know how fast he pulled into that parking spot, but there's like maybe 2 feet of snow. He pulls right into it and like crunches the front of his car
Oh my
in the snowbank. Like that was bad also.
All right.